I don't know how to frame this video. I just wanted to sit down and ramble for a bit because, why not? I just found this channel that I was inspired by to make this video. The channel I found is called Beth Boulevard. She makes little artsy films, and I was watching some of her older videos where she was talking about YouTube and things, and it got me thinking how I put way too much pressure on myself to make things a certain way or upload things at a certain time or in a certain order or something. So I figured I would sit down and talk about how I've been feeling lately, because I've had a lot of thoughts about my channel and what I'm doing with my life that I just haven't talked about, mostly because I feel like it's dumb to talk about it. I don't know, and I might not ever upload this, but I figured I would just sit down and try to be as honest with myself as possible while I brush my hair, because I'm going to wash my hair, and in order to wash it I need to brush it first, so otherwise it doesn't do what I want it to do. So that's what we're gonna do here, and I'm really nervous to be recording this right now because I am nervous to record things, because it is nerve-wracking and vulnerable, and I've kind of realized recently that I'm actually a very private person, and yet I have this desire to share myself with the world, and so it's kind of like a contradiction, and I'm still kind of wrapping my head around it. I want to share certain, I don't know, ideas and parts of myself, but I don't want to be too vulnerable, I guess, or maybe I'm afraid of being taken advantage of or hurt, or I don't know, which are all valid concerns, I suppose. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I have this craving for authenticity in anything. I just find it rare to find these days. On YouTube, you really have to dig to find people who are just making videos because they want to, and not to, I don't know, get famous or make money or whatever. But honestly, we all want to be famous and make money. I super want to be famous and make money. Thanks, battery, for dying. But yeah, I was saying, yeah, I absolutely want to be famous and make money. That's what I've wanted my entire life. And I think people who say they don't want that are either enlightened or are just lying to themselves. Or maybe they genuinely don't want that, I don't know, but that's so foreign to me to not want that, that I feel like you're being fake if you say you don't want to be famous and be rich and stuff. And I don't know, it says a lot about our priorities in society, and that's something I've been thinking a lot about, and also thinking about how I really don't want to be a part of our society. Our society kind of sucks, especially, I don't know, I've been thinking a lot about being a woman and aspects of being a woman, and how our society portrays women and what you're supposed to want as a woman, how you're supposed to want to look and want to act. And I've been realizing that I don't want a lot of that, and yet I still kind of strive to portray myself in that way. If you know what I mean, you know? I don't know, the Instagram model or something. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts, and I'm just gonna vomit them on you, because it's therapeutic, but I don't know, especially because I've been thinking of trying my hand at modeling, and I got this awesome book actually called Pricing Beauty. I don't know if you can see this, but it's written by a fashion model who, I don't know if she was a model before or like she got back into modeling, but she was like writing her like thesis for college, like her master's degree in like sociology or something, so she decided to do modeling to write this book basically, and it's all about the making of a fashion model and what goes into it, all behind the scenes and like how it's all run, and I'm only like halfway through it, a little past halfway, but like reading it, it even like, even just reading it kind of makes me feel like bad about myself, like just like hearing how much like models actually hate their image and stuff, and how they're like constantly being pressured to like change and stuff, and I don't know, like I'm sure there are people who like absolutely love modeling, and I feel like I could like it, like I honestly feel like I could be good at it and I could really enjoy it, but like I don't know, the whole industry is so problematic and it fascinates me. I follow a ton of models on Instagram, and it's just like absolutely fascinating to be honest. But like I don't know, I've been thinking about how like problematic it is and how like misogynistic it all is, and recently you know, a lot of people have been, a lot of like photographers and people in the industry have been, you know, outed as being like sexual predators and stuff, and it's a lot of it is just very bad. And yet I keep thinking about doing it, but I don't know. And I don't know, like I feel like I've always felt like beauty is power, and like it is a form of power, like being young and beautiful, like it is a form of power, and I feel like what beauty I have, I want to use for good. Like I don't want to use it just to sell things or to make other women hate themselves. So I don't know, I've been like dealing with that in my mind and thinking about like what I actually want to create in the world, what type of art I want to create, what type of like films I want to make, what type of modeling I would want to do if I did it. And honestly, it's like it's weird being like having the body type I do. Like I feel weird about it because, you know, it's like so, you know, it's the body type that is like glamorized in modeling as being desirable, which is incredibly problematic because you know, most people have to starve themselves to have this type of body, and I have an incredibly fast metabolism, and like I've tried to gain weight like all my life, and in the past I've like put so much pressure on myself to gain weight that like I don't know, it was just like really stressful when I couldn't, and I don't know, I feel like I had body image issues my whole life, and this is like getting way too personal, but yeah, that's one of the many things I've been thinking about recently, is how influential the modeling industry is and how it really needs to change and take itself more seriously for the influencing that it's doing. I think there are a lot of really great people in the modeling industry trying to change things, and I just think it should be about fun and expressing yourself, and I've heard other models express the same sentiment, that fashion should not be about hating women and forcing them to be a certain way, but about, you know, letting us express ourselves, and you know, it's all very problematic and interesting. I think my hair is brushed now. These are my bangs that I'm growing out. They honestly really annoy me because, you know, when I have my hair braided like this, like they kind of stick out, and then it kind of looks like I have like hair extensions and stuff. Not to hate on hair extensions, but I mean, when you've spent like 6 years growing out your own hair, you kind of want to get praised for growing out your own hair, you know? You feel me? You dig, bruh. But yeah, this is my hair. It's way too long. I'm thinking about cutting it, but I don't know. So yeah, that's how I brush my hair, with one of these. I'm looking in the viewfinder instead of the lens again. But I use this to brush my hair, and then I have this, which is just a it's a brush. This is a comb and this is a brush. I know words. So yeah, this is just a wooden brush. It's got no bobbles at the end, so it goes straight through my hair. It's just better for your hair. I only use this on my scalp, really, because it's a pain to drag all the way through my hair. I just mainly do this as like a scalp massage. A scalp massage. That's actually what this is made for. It's kind of squishy, so it goes around your scalp nice. And it feels really nice. I like doing this just like before bed or whenever I feel like my scalp needs some love, you know. But yeah, YouTube is hard for me because I'm super ADD, and when I get inspired to make a video, I just make it, and then I have a ton of footage that I have to edit, and I have limited time to edit it, and then I realize I'm not even making the types of videos that I want to be making, which are artsy videos. So why am I filming this when I could be editing an artsy video right now? Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. I feel like I should make ASMR hair brushing videos or something. But yeah, I'm part of a local like modeling Facebook page to like network with photographers and stuff, and I found a few photographers that I've been like, oh, like I'll model for you, I guess. But then I haven't had the courage to like go through with it and like actually set up a photo shoot. So I don't know, who knows if I'll ever go through with it. I don't know. It's nerve-wracking, you know, like, I don't know, like if I bring a friend or something it'll be fine, but like doing photography with mostly men who you don't know, it's yeah, it's nerve-wracking. So but I've had friends who've done it, and I had a friend recommend me one guy who she did a shoot with, and she said he was really great, and then I was gonna set something up with him, and then I never really went through with it, so. Yeah, then I've been thinking of applying to agencies and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm afraid to go through with it. I'm afraid of the process and of being rejected and of dealing with people who critique my image. Like there are lots of reasons to talk myself out of even trying. which is lame. I should just try it. You know? I should just try doing a thing, and then if I hate it, I can be like, well, I hate that, and that gave me body issues, and I'm never gonna do that again. So, that's something I've been thinking about. I should just have a podcast because I have way too many thoughts. I've also been thinking a lot, because I think a lot about stuff, you know. I've been thinking about like social media, and I haven't really been using much social media lately. Like, I undid all of my notifications for Instagram, which I was addicted to for too long. Like I would just like, literally, I'm not kidding you, I'd scroll through for hours just like looking at other people's lives and comparing myself to them, and like waiting for like notifications. And like, I watched this TED Talk that I'll link in the description about getting off of social media. I can't remember what the TED Talk was called, but like it was really good. And basically social media platforms design themselves to be like gambling, like roulette machines, and get you addicted to them, and like give you little hits of dopamine when you get like notifications and stuff to like keep you addicted and keep you coming back. So since turning off my notifications for Instagram, I felt way happier. I've started painting. I've been doing way more creative things, and it's been awesome. I haven't even posted anything on Instagram for the past like 2 months or something. I'm gonna check. But I've been having a lot of conflicted feelings about social media lately. And just like yesterday or something, there was like a interview with like, or a press conference or something with the owner of Facebook and Congress and whatever, I don't know. I saw it when I was getting the newspapers this morning. About, you know, how they're selling your personal information to Russia and shit like that. So lately I've just been feeling like, what is the point of using social media? Like, it's all just like corporations like buying your information and selling it to other people and using you and like selling things to you. Like, why use it? Why? Just why? Yeah, I haven't posted anything on Instagram, like an actual post, since February, and it's April right now. So I just feel like I don't know what I want to do with social media anymore. Like, am I trying to create an image of myself being like perfect and awesome and like put together and pretty, or do I want to connect with people? And I've been like trying too hard to have like a theme or whatever, and I feel like everyone tries too hard to have a theme. Everything is all about having a theme and like making yourself look like a celebrity, and I'm just like, this isn't how it should be. I don't feel like this is what I want from this is not what I want from the internet. Like, so I don't think I want to try and portray myself like that anymore. But I don't know what I want to portray myself as. Like, do I need to portray myself as something? Do I need to have like an agenda or like a set image or something? Or can I just do whatever I want and not care whether I'm gonna get famous? That sounds really freeing. Like, what if I just didn't care? What if we all just didn't care? What if we were more authentic? Like, I feel like, you know, there are people who are still doing that, but more people need to do that, I feel like. I don't know. And, you know, it's easy for me to not care because I'm not making any money off of YouTube. I'm not making any money from Instagram. I'm literally no one. I have nothing to lose, so, like, why not post bullshit? Like, just random stuff that I want. Like, I have nothing to lose. So, I don't know. I wish more people had that approach, but too many people have too much to lose nowadays. Be it, you know, like YouTube followers or whatever. Like there's so much image making that people do nowadays. Like you gotta be consistent. You gotta be a certain way all the time. And if you just post a video of you talking about whatever bullshit you feel like for half an hour, you know, maybe too many people won't like it and you'll lose whatever. In conclusion, I got about 2 hours of sleep last night because my cat kept me up. And I haven't been sleeping very well lately because of my cat. And I dropped her off at my parents' house. So she's gonna sleep there tonight, and I'm going to sleep in about an hour, ideally. Maybe 2, so I can get to bed by 9. And that's probably why I'm making this video right now, is because I'm running on 2 hours of sleep and I feel less inhibited and I feel like I can just do whatever I want because I'm tired, and tiredness is kind of the same as being drunk. So there's some wisdom for ya. Currently thinking of a good clickbait title for this video. That's another thing about the internet. It's all clickbait now. Back in the day, we would just watch whoever we wanted to because we liked their personality, but you know, people don't do that anymore. People just want to be emotionally manipulated and, you know, just ride their emotions and, you know, just let people manipulate them into doing things. Because it's easier. And it's addictive. Like chocolate. I'm almost like hesitant to express my thoughts about things because I'm like, oh, someone's gonna think I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong. Or maybe I am. But I'm also right about a lot of things. And I know I'm right. But society is wrong and fucked up. And everyone is addicted to it. So when someone says, no, that's wrong, they're like, no, you're dumb. I disagree with you. Let's step on this person. Let's call them crazy. But you know what? I don't care. You can call them crazy. That's fine. I feel like a lot of us, I feel like we're competing with everyone else on the internet. But you know, I'm trying to think like, what if I'm not competing with everyone else on the internet? What if I'm just here on my little channel doing my thing, and that's my thing, and it's its own thing, and it's not part of the rest of everything else? Like, what if I'm just not part of everything else that's going on? What if I'm my own thing? I don't know. Maybe you want to think about things that way too. Maybe it's freeing. Maybe it's also not true. because we all are a part of everything, the universe, whatever. But we're also not if we don't want to be. And that, my friends, is my rant. I started re-watching this anime that I watched about 10 years ago called Ergo Proxy. It's awesome. I highly recommend watching it. Back in the day, I didn't really get it. I was in high school. I didn't understand a lot of the themes or whatever. But now, watching it again, I'm like, this feels way too much like real life. Because the premise is that these people live in this domed city. It's like the last city on Earth, and it's super controlled by like the government or whatever, and like technology and computers and robots and everything. And we don't really have robots yet, but we have phones and all this bullshit. So it feels like a very similar. Me personally watching this show again, I'm like, oh, this feels way too similar. And it's all about the main characters kind of like breaking out of that society.